Hey, welcome to another episode of Real Estate News.
We're back already.
We're back. That's right.
Wow.
We are.
Dude,
doing
did you change your
double time.
clothes?
No. See, that's how bad the market is.
I know. Maybe
no.
we should have both changed our. I should do a little swap or something.
Nah.
My clothes would be swimming on you though.
Yeah, so we're changing the little format a little bit.
Yeah, this is like it's like kind of like 1A and 1B,
Right.
whichever one's
People,
the better
people
one.
can't get enough of us.
Dude,
Right?
how you doing?
Isn't that awesome?
That's awesome. Yeah, numbers are going crazy on our website. Thank you very much for joining our website.
Thanks
RE
for
News you can
supporting
use,
us.
supporting us, joining us, being with us
Clicking on our
all day and all
sponsors.
night. Yes, keep clicking on those sponsors. We love it. They love it.
All right. So, the reason why we're doing this is to give out more news, to get more people educated on what's going on.
We do-
Educated, as you would say.
Educated, yeah. We do actually have a pretty good sponsor with that pay off your mortgage in half the time.
Yeah.
If you haven't clicked on that, you pay off your mortgage in half the time, give it a shot. It's really something special and unique. It's just something new in this area. It's taken off like crazy. And why pay your mortgage in 30 years when you can pay it in 15 years and not change your lifestyle?
Enough with the shameless plug. Let's get on with the show.
All righty.
All right. First article, RIS Media claims that it's no longer enough to think locally
That's
in
right.
real estate.
I know.
So
Dude, how can
that's
you
like-
read that? That's like
That's like totally against what we've been saying all this time.
I know it is. You know, it is local. It's still definitely local, but basically what they really should be saying, think out of the box and expand your horizons and know that this is an international economy.
It's a global market.
It's a global market. It's an international economy. You need to think out of the box. There are a couple of interesting things that I saw in there where Canada, I believe it's 11% of all sales, international sales,
Are from
are from Canada.
Canada.
And 47% of those, half of those people from Canada bought a house
With
in
cash.
the United States, 100% cash. Is that amazing?
Yeah, so basically the article is not going against what we say about real estate being very local. But they're just saying that buyers are not coming from
Right.
down the street anymore.
Right.
You know, it's basically local internet market.
I have
It's
somebody
global
that I'm
market.
dealing with from France that has called me several
Oui?
times. Oui. Not
Yeah?
oui. Makes me have to go to the bathroom. I don't know why all of a sudden.
Okay, what's next on the list?
Next on the list, dude, is MSNBC Real Estate.
Housing bubble in Ohio and Michigan.
Yeah, kind of like in the middle of nowhere, aren't they? Ohio? Is that kind of like
The Midwest.
Midwest, yeah.
Well, basically,
Is
what
that where they
the
are?
article is saying is that maybe not a lot of people know this because a lot of foreclosures or at least a lot of the attention in foreclosures are in Florida and California.
Yeah.
But the number 1 and 2 states for credit loss are Michigan, number 1,
Yep.
and Ohio, number 2. Isn't that crazy?
Isn't that how it usually goes in the football too? Michigan number 1, Ohio number 2.
No, but all seriousness, I mean, they've been having a huge.
I'd hate to be called number 2.
They've had a huge problem with foreclosures and.
That's
you
like
know.
poo-poo on a stick.
Anyway, you can
Am I
check out.
talking out of my head again?
Yeah. Stop it. You can check out these articles at RE News you can use. Read for yourself. We're just putting it out there.
No, we talked about this last week. What our goal is, and I hope you're enjoying what we're trying to provide. Why go to all these websites when we're like, what do they call those? Crawlers. We're like individual website crawlers, and we find the articles for you that we believe are the best articles out there currently for you to take a look at. So you don't have to go anywhere else but RE News you can use and take a look at all those articles if you want to get everything you possibly can out of them.
And we'll give a little blurb about it, too.
Yeah, and our interpretation of it is obviously the most important part.
All right, what's the next thing? Realtor.
Do you recognize me?
Realtor.org says they support the subprime freeze. What do you say as a realtor?
Realtor.org. I do. every other day I support it. It's one of those strange things. Today I support it. Yesterday I didn't when I was wearing the same outfit. I didn't support it. It's really tough because I'm of the conservative type, and you have to own it up to yourself and be responsible for yourself. And I mentioned this before. I think that this will actually help the economy, and that's why I'm for it. Not just because I'm a realtor, but that's why I'm for it.
Okay.
Okay. And it does point out that this thing that George Bush has implemented and his efforts that he's made to curb this problem, it's kind of like a first step, and it really is.
Yeah.
Because a little more has to be done.
Definitely.
Okay. What about you?
You know what? I do support anything that can be done, but I think it's just highly touted as being the solution or the magic bullet, which is not.
It's funny. Our last episode that we talked about, and I agree with that, was that it's really not going to support the 1.2 million families that it's originally thought. And in this article says it is going to support the 1.2 million families. So
everyone has their own
what's
opinion.
the real number? Maybe let's cut that in half and call it 500,000.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. MSN Real Estate saying that
you're
builders.
going to have to pick up my stuff because my back is killing me.
I'm not doing that. MSN saying that builders.
I think we're going to keep the film on. Come on, Ruben.
Builders are filing bankruptcy and people are getting left with the short end of the stick.
I'm going to actually talk about this a little bit with you, and then I'm going to say what our website is because this is so tied into the to the whole deal. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. This is attention builders. Things aren't going well for you. I know you knew that. I'm only teasing. But things really aren't going well for you, and I feel for you. In fact, I've worked with builders in the past, and I actually fired a couple because it wasn't successful for me. I felt bad because they had to hire somebody else, but I just can't do it anymore. But that being said, there's all these ghost towns because of that, and the majority of the ghost towns are 55 and over communities because the people who are 55 years old don't need to sell their house to move into a 55 plus community, so they're not selling their home.
And they're not buying homes, obviously.
They're not buying homes either because there's a fear. So all these 55 plus communities are kind of half built and waiting for the times are changing, hopefully. So that leads to
the website of the week.
The website of the week that I picked. It's gdiinsurance.com. gdiinsurance.com. This guy, I don't know how he got the idea, but all of a sudden he's an insurance guy, and he got this idea of how do we get the bank, the buyer, and seller to work together again in harmony. About 5 years ago, the buyer and the seller and the bank all worked in harmony. There was no issues. Now, with the market going down and going down, and the belief that the market's going to continue to go down, people are in fear to buy a home.
Yep.
So Grant Davis from GDI Insurance, he's the owner of the company out in California. He came up with an idea that if the seller is willing to participate, a small dollar amount, hold it back.
Yeah.
The seller will be able to guarantee over the next 5 years that you will not lose your money as a buyer. So just real quickly, if you bought a house for $300,000, and let's assume that 5 years from now you want to sell the house and it's now worth $270,000, and you sell the house for $270,000, well, the seller will participate in that loss and provide that difference between $300,000 and $270,000, which is $30,000. And there's a lot of obviously variables, and it's insurance related. It's actually called assurance, not insurance, but assurance. There's a lot of details that you're gonna need to get. And if you're interested about learning more about the details, you need to contact me at arinewsyoucanuse.com, info@arinewsyoucanuse.com. I'm Keith, by the way, and that's Ruben. But it's really great. The guy's thinking outside of the box. He's trying to be creative. He's trying to help everybody out. And I think he's got something here that is attractive to those people who are afraid to buy because they're in fear that they're going to lose money.
Check it out. Well, that's all the time we got. Ruben Austria, Maximum Mortgage Solutions.
Mr. Keith Carberry, CarberrySoldMyHouse.com. Thank you.